No. You don't get one. No, it's okay. I'll let you know before we start. I just put up the startup card, pretty much. Should be going now. I don't see it up though. Here we go. Now it's saying that we're live. That good old 20 seconds. actually do play D&D, oddly enough. I'm your dungeon master, Luke Fredericks, and last we left off, our two adventurers have been going into a hunting trip into the great wintry wilderness of the Eastern Reach. They managed, after a few difficulties, to find their quarry, a large elk, and strike it down before settling down for an evening's rest. Before we get started, I want to make a quick note. We do have a follower goal down below, and if we do reach 30 followers, we will be giving away, over here, this $25 Hero Forge gift card. So if anybody is interested in that, go ahead and drop a follow. Before we get started, though, I would like to take a chance for the players to introduce themselves as well as their characters. So I'm going to go ahead and open up you guys right now. Hello.
Yes.
Hi there. Unfortunately, yes. Agalor is unable to show his face.
Right now.
You know, it's a great amount of shame involved there, so we don't talk about it. But over here, we do have Greg. Say hi, Greg.
Hey, hello.
Hi, and who are you playing?
I am playing Morris Shakaras.
Morris Shakaras, right. And
yes,
what class are you playing? And race?
I'm a white Dragonborn, Revenant Dragonborn Ranger, and we're level 2 at this time. I do like the longer range stuff.
Yes, it is indeed fun. Agalor, are you there?
I am. There's a person behind me with a hammer deciding to do work now that we've decided to do this.
Right now.
Oh, literally. Yeah. Anywho, besides the point. Yes, I am playing Agalor, Morris's brother. I am also a Dragonborn. And I am going full strength barbarian. I'm going to be kind of crazy, not really caring about my circumstances, my situation, just kind of diving in.
In general, your survival
all the time,
lack of self-preservation, and all that good stuff.
Yep.
All right.
This is going to be trying to be fun to try and keep him alive.
Yes, quite the effort on behalf of your brother here.
Okay, I got 2 spell slots.
Yes, started from the bottom here. All right. So last we left off, you guys had completed your long rest, and as you awakened to the following morning, the blizzard outside seeming to have subsided. What would you guys like to do?
The blizzard has subsided. We had just tried hunting for this elk, right? And I remember last time I accidentally froze it with my breath weapon, and it shattered into small little pieces.
Yes, that was unfortunate.
Yeah, not much hide you can get from that. How many? We do have some food left. Yeah, we got some rations. All right. I'm thinking we could probably hunt for another animal, or head into town for whatever reason. But I think hunting. We do have a bear pelt we can sell.
You do. You did manage to fell a polar bear.
Yeah, I guess we'll try to hunt just a little bit more before we go. Does Agalor agree?
Yes.
Okie dokie.
I'm trying to make sure it's okay here. Sorry, guys. My apologies.
It's okay. It's online D&D. It all comes with the territory.
I did my very best. Everybody was made aware multiple days before, and people decided they wanted to change their plans right now.
Well, you could have a dog barking, a vacuum going.
Or just you could just be muted, and not know it, and just talk for like 10 minutes,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Let's just go ahead and turn this into a quick round table of the state of D&D. No. All right.
So, I am thinking, is there any other animal tracks that I could try to look for, or maybe smaller game?
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Investigation. I'm going to roll my dice on the floor.
Yes. Most dignified of ways.
Ooh. I got rolled a 17. Survival, right?
Mm-hmm.
What? There goes my dice. 21.
21. Okay, yeah, you do manage to find some tracks nearby. Seems to be of a group of wandering wolves.
Ooh, that could be dangerous. Do you think they're hunting something or just patrolling their territory?
It's hard to tell.
Okay, and do I know how many there are?
From what you can see right here, maybe 3.
Okay. I guess we can do one more hunt, get some more pelts, and then we can go back and sell. How's that sound? Agalor. I'd like to have a general consensus.
I was muted.
Oh my goodness.
I clicked the unmute button. Didn't work. Okay, yes, I agree. I'm like now trying to remember.
All right, let's. I guess we'll pack up our camp and things we got here, and we'll be on our way.
Okay. You guys go about dousing the fire and erasing most of the traces of your passing, as going through the mountains is not only treacherous due to the fact of the wandering beasts, but there are a number of bandits that tend to inhabit the area. So you do your best to kind of cover up your passing, to hopefully leave no trace, pun intended. You guys begin to gather up your gear and begin to trek outwards into the snow. Can one of you go ahead and roll a d12 for me, please?
Do you want to start the day off, or do you want me to start the day off?
I guess I'll do it. I'll do it on it. No, don't drop the dice.
12.
Yeah, I got a 10.
A 10. Okay.
Yes, I got a lovely 10. I'm trying to get this tent to stand on. Is the tabletop on the stream too?
Not right now.
Yes. No, I'm playing with the props on the
I know you are. I know you are.
Hold on.
Alrighty. Okay, so go ahead and make a survival check to go ahead and pursue the tracks of these wolves.
Puppies. Really big puppies. Survival? 10.
10. Okay. You proceed into the middle of the forest following these tracks, and after maybe 20 minutes or so, you find that you're having trouble discovering the continuance of the path. It seems like the tracks have begun to fade quite a bit, and you're having trouble kind of finding the location of these wolves. You do see that there is one set left of the wolves that has continued onwards.
Okay. I do gain a bunch of other benefits for tracking animals due to being a ranger in Arctic conditions.
Mm-hmm.
While tracking a creature, minimum size, and how long they've been passed. No. Not if I lose them, though. All right, I guess I'll follow that one track. I'm assuming they're going to be trying to stick together rather than, having a lone wolf. I mean, if it was a lone wolf, that'd be great for us.
Guys,
right.
Let's look at the bright side. I'm going to be moving out soon. I just had
This is
3
true.
more people walk in and bother me. I'm like the
Alrighty.
most popular person in the world right now.
Just when you start streaming, why, of course.
Seriously.
But of course.
But of course.
Oh,
Ha ha ha.
yes, we are.
All the
I'm
French
not
people are
French.
instantly offended.
And just
Yeah. We lose half our viewers. Oh, wait.
Oh,
zero
wait.
divided by 2.
Oh, wait. What are those?
Best you can tell, this particular wolf had probably been only here maybe like half hour before. You imagine that at some point they'd probably bed down. So you keep following after them, and you can see that there's actually one small drag mark along the right side of the track, suggesting maybe a limp of some kind.
Do you see that, Agalor? It looks
It's
like
wounded.
maybe weak.
But why would a wolf be wounded?
Be hurt from a hunt. Maybe it was after something large. But this could be our opportunity.
I pull out
then
my
I'll step
warhammer and I just start like trudging forward quickly in the
Okay.
direction.
Making quite a bit of noise, I imagine. But yes, above you, you can see the Clyde's.
No, I do it stealthily.
Uh, are you
Bam.
are you trying to be stealthy?
I'm trying to be quick and quiet, baby.
Okay, go ahead and roll a stealth check for me, please. Then.
14.
Okay. Go ahead and roll as well, Morris.
Oh wait, I'm at disadvantage.
Wait, are you wearing some like armor that always gives you disadvantage?
Yeah,
Oof.
I think it's chain.
Jesse's like, now it's my turn to be the stealthy one.
Yeah, exactly. It's my turn, baby.
It wasn't
Oh,
good.
man. Wasn't
Luke,
good? How not good was it?
It was a 4.
Look, I don't know if
Oh.
you saw. I don't know if you saw my DM, but I sent you. I sent you one.
Is your camera? I'm not seeing it on my end though. Is the thing?
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Because
Now it is.
I just put it there in case you wanted to use it. Yep. You can crop that if you want to, but I figured while you guys can't see my camera, I'll at least give you a stat sheet to look at.
Very hard to see on that very small little screen, but
yeah.
I can't see it anyway.
it's all good. Let's see, where is that thing? I was. You know, I'm just gonna put Greg's art over your face.
Do you need a picture for reference?
Put Greg's art. Hey guys, this is me. Hi. The door's closed for a moment. Hello.
I'm actually
hi.
alive.
Goodbye.
And officially showed he left.
Oh boy. Oh
You
man.
just put Rackle's face in the middle of my stat sheet. I see how it is.
That's how it is sometimes, you know.
Look, I have someone here. And
Hello.
he doesn't have a shirt on again.
Oh dear.
Hi, Ian.
Oh, here comes the DMCA.
Oh, hello. Whoa. Did we get banned
Ian,
from
go
Twitch?
upstairs.
Guys, we are so good at
Bye
streaming.
bye,
Is
Greg. Go away.
Anybody actually watching?
Really? That will actually get you flagged?
I have no idea if anybody's actually watching or if that's just us that's counting. But
It's
oh my
probably just
goodness,
you and me.
it's probably
Does
just
that-
us.
Does that actually will happen?
I don't know, maybe.
Not. I would doubt it, considering
probably not.
Twitch literally just added like a hot tub streamer. Like,
Oh dear.
they literally added an entire category for it.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Yeah,
just
I guess
got a
Ian's here now.
notification that
Today's
somebody
it's
who's a lot
Thursday.
better at D&D just uploaded something.
There
Okay.
goes all of our viewers.
Oh no. Okay, you guys continue following after this singular wolf, continue onwards and kind of trudging through the snow a little bit. Mora is kind of leaning into his path. Why am I getting feedback noise?
That's this stream opened and unmuted itself on my computer.
Oh no.
And that was that, but I fixed it.
Okay.
No worries.
Alrighty.
Don't worry about me.
Alright. As you continue onwards, you eventually begin to hear rustling in the bushes up ahead. You see that the forest continues on for several feet, but you can hear some rustling through one of the scatterings of bushes off to your left.
I will ready my crossbow. How far away is it?
About maybe like 60 feet or so.
Okay.
And something's in the bush. We don't know what it is.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna try and like get closer, but like quietly, just like sneak my way around.
I have my crossbow trained at the bush.
Okay.
Kind of have like my hammer like across my body in like a defensive stance as I'm like sneaking my way around.
Alright. Go ahead and make another stealth check for me there, Agalor.
13.
13. Here. Who's there? Coming from the bushes.
Kind of being
here.
freaked out that I had heard a voice and didn't see an animal. I'm gonna kind of hold my hammer like up in the air and prepare to swing. And just show yourself.
Wait, don't swing! What are you doing? Wait, hold up! Don't do it! And he kind of like comes out of the bushes and like holds up his hands. You can see this like spectacled young man, maybe like 15, 16, kind of just like holding up his hands. What did I ever do to you? He's kind of dressed in this long blue robe.
I lower my hammer and I look over toward Morris. No fun here. And I turn around and start walking toward Morris.
I'll lower the crossbow. So, what has gotten this pup to wander this far out in the woods?
Look, it's not my fault I got lost, all right? I was told there was something special out here, that there might be some sort of artifact. Somebody saw something strange and was mouthing off about it over at the... Oh my goodness, I had it right here. Over at the Diver's Plunder. So I thought I'd come out here and look for it, but there's nothing here but cold and misery and wind, and it won't stop, and it's cold, and I am wet. And as you look over, you actually see that he actually is drenched, and then, like a few feet off, you can see there's like a break of ice, and there looks to be like some kind of hole there where he probably fell in.
Igor looks over, kind of just like listening to his story, annoyed that, you know, there wasn't something for him to hunt there. And he just looks at the guy, looks over at Morris, looks back at the guy. We could make it stop for you. And I just like lift my hammer up slowly.
Wait, no. That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. I'd much rather live being cold.
Like I said, no fun.
Oh.
I put the hammer back down.
Can you please get this brute off me?
Perhaps. Do you want to go back to town? Or are you still looking for this artifact?
Perhaps you could accompany me and perhaps we could find it together. But the profits, I suppose, as it were. Maybe.
Profits. How much, or do you think you are gonna get for this? Maybe... 2/3 our part, 1/3 yours.
Two
of us.
I don't really know exactly how much it'll be worth. It's supposed to be somewhat of a rare find or something. To be quite honest, I don't know exactly what I'm looking for. This is my first time outside of Stafford.
How far away is that town from here? Would I know?
Miles or so. It's a decent hike.
Okay. If we do decide to go and help you out. Do you know where this thing is or what you've been told about it?
Well, just that it apparently glowed a lot and should not have been. It was some kind of rock. I was told that there was something valuable out here, and to be perfectly honest, I haven't had much life experience, okay? I'm just trying to get out and live a little, and I might have accepted a dare.
I just kind of put my finger out, like hold it up, and just, can you give us 1 second? And I turn Morris around so we're facing the other direction.
Okay.
I mean, we're out here to avoid people.
Mm-hmm.
If there's something rare that people are hunting, perhaps we shouldn't be near it, considering, you know, we are trying to stay hidden and we don't want to be drafted, you know.
Yes. Well, he doesn't.
Perhaps,
I'm thinking of an opportunity of gaining some coin here as well. That's what I'm looking at.
Perhaps we let him lead us. I say very, very quietly, and Morris is here. Perhaps we let him lead us, and then if there's people around, we wait till later. And if there's not, we just take it for ourselves and leave.
This is why you are my brother.
I just like jostle his shoulder a little bit and turn back around to the guy. We shall help you in your quest as I guess you might put it.
Go ahead and make a deception check.
Remember our deal.
Oh no! Oh no! Wait, where's my deception? Okay, it's not that bad. Natural 1.
Great. You should have let me do it.
You're really willing to just tell me like that?
Okay, fine. Not me, but him. I'm pointing over to Morris.
As you can tell, he's more of a brute.
And you promise that you're not a bunch of ne'er-do-wells?
I'm not sure what
Well-
that means, but I'm sure you'll find out that if we are, we're the best of them.
You know what?
I
Fine.
love that. minus
I'm
one to my
honestly
intelligence.
willing. I am seriously willing to accept any help at this point, especially if it's armed, as apparently you are. You know how to use those, right?
I just fist bump Morris in the shoulder, like, yeah, dude, we got the job.
Of course, I know how to use this.
I spin the hammer around and, like, slap it into my, like, hook it onto my back where it's normally kept. And just,
Okay.
like, walk past him, like, yes, I know how to use it.
Now tell
yes,
me-
that looks very, very, very sharp. Yes.
Now, tell me, tiny man, are you armed at all?
I stop, and I turn around. Did you just call my hammer sharp? He's dumber than me. And I look over toward Morris.
Is that a bad thing?
It's a hammer. It's a big flat thing you hit things with. Even I know that's not sharp.
Dangerous, maybe then? Looks dangerous? Is that good?
I walk up very, like, awkward, like, really awkwardly.
You can tell
close
he's
to
very
him,
nervous and just stumbling over his
just,
words at this
like,
point.
Like half an inch from him as he's saying this. Yes. Very. And then walk away.
All right. Okay. Perhaps
Don't let him bother you too.
you would like to lead?
I don't know where we're going.
You're
I
the one who
mean,
asked us to
take
join
the front of the order. I can point out where I believe we should be going, but I would appreciate not being the one in front, if you know what I mean.
Fine. I'll lead then. Just tell me if I'm going in the right direction. I know this area well.
It's... Wait a minute. I think it might... No, that's not it. That way, yes. I remember there was a mention... There was...
Can I roll an insight check on this guy?
Okay, go ahead. I believe there was a
15.
large rock in the shape of a bear. That's it, right there, 15.
Yeah.
It seems like he certainly believes he's heading in the right direction.
Okay.
All right,
but
yes.
But
Go
I've
ahead.
heard of a bear-shaped rock in the area.
Go ahead and make a history check. 9? Nothing comes to mind. All right, just follow me. Yes, we will do this. And I'll be able to actually go home and... That'll show them. Yes, that'll show them when I bring it back. Come with me. And he kind of like directs you forwards into the middle of a long chasm that goes onwards for like several hundred feet deeper into the mountains. And I need you guys to both go ahead and make a perception check, please.
Nine.
Okay. What's my perception? 10.
10. All right, you guys continue onwards, and you hear the faint crackling of ice along the cliffs to your left and right. Nothing else beyond that, really. Just continuing onwards through the snow.
Yes.
And
Anything
you
appear to be
begin...
in-
Yeah?
Does anything appear to be trapped inside the ice at all, or is it just...
Make a perception check.
It's worse than the last one. 7.
All right. 7. Nothing much else seems to be inside the ice that you can see. but you can hear these echoing whispers that seem to kind of run along the length of the cavern as the wind blows through it. Almost as if it's like faintly singing. It's very strange, a very strange sound. And eventually, you feel this faint give in the ground, and you come to a complete stop first, Morris.
Hold. I hold up the fist and say, hold. I'm going to inspect the ground. Like, rub my hand over it, just push away the snow and check out what the ground looks like.
All right. As you kind of swipe apart the little bit of snow covering the icy surface beneath, you can see there's long cracks running through it. But more striking is that there's a couple of protrusions of ice coming straight outwards in spikes out of the ground, like straight up, like cones of ice coming straight up out of the ground. And
actively moving towards up?
Yes, very slowly.
Do I know anything about that? Or I've heard of anything?
Nature check.
No. Oh, not 20.
I gave you a dice.
That's 20.
Camera. Since I can do that, I give you a dice camera.
Okay.
He's the nat 20. It's got a forward-facing camera, so I don't know if it's on the dice. Nat 20 plus 4.
Nat 20 plus 4. Okay, so you'd be aware of various myths and legends of the area that seem to describe the fact that post-cataclysm, what seemed to happen was that a lot of these primordial energies that had influxed into the area had begun to alter the land to such a degree where magical effects seemed to happen almost out of nowhere, originating largely from the plane of existence that they come from. As such, being on the ice shard, there are a few magical effects that seem to pervade the land every so often, seemingly at random, in a very chaotic manner, and they manifest themselves in many particular ways. This might be one of them.
Is it safe to continue walking through, but faster?
You could, sure. This is considered difficult terrain as you are like stepping gingerly over the areas with spikes that are rising out of the ground. It's not to a degree where you have to really be worried about it at the moment.
Okay. Also, I want to consider on how far inside of this chasm we're in.
Yeah, right now you've been walking about maybe like a couple 100 feet.
Oh, so we just started going in then,
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah, you've only been going for like a few minutes.
The spikes are rising out from underneath. Some kind of magical anomaly. Maybe we should turn around while we still can? I'd rather not get trapped in here. Unless this artifact is that valuable.
I look over to the guy who's kind of been directing us along. How valuable did you say this was again?
From what I understand, it's almost priceless.
I'm gonna do an insight check.
Okay.
There you go. Natural 19.
Nice. Natural 19. He seems to believe this. He seems like he's getting more nervous the further you go along. And he seems to be constantly looking up the sides of these large chasm walls that are made entirely out of ice.
How farther does it go? Does it just keep on going until I can't see it anymore?
Yeah, it goes for a long while.
And I'm guessing these spikes will continually keep going up as we're moving along.
Mm-hmm.
Throughout the whole thing. Is there another? I'm gonna ask this tiny man. Is there another way in, or another way to go?
Not that I know of. It's certainly the most efficient route to our destination, from what I understand.
Well, Agalor, why don't you take point and use your hammer on any spikes that get problematic?
Sounds good. And I'll pull my hammer out and just kind of slowly start making my way.
Making my way. Alright, so you moving in front then, Agalor?
Yes.
Okay. You go and start moving across this large area of icy spikes. Are you moving slowly or at a decent pace?
I'm moving slowly.
Okay. If you take your time, you don't have to worry too much about stepping on too many of these ice spikes that are coming out of the ground. You continue onwards across the entire area. You can see it extends from maybe maybe 150, 200 feet. And as you go forwards, I need you to make another perception check.
Uh, 10. 10, 10, 10. I think my perception's pretty bad, yeah.
10, okay. As you're moving along, you begin to hear cracks in the surrounding ice. And as you look up to the right side, you can see that there are more of these protrusions coming out of the walls of the large sides of the cavern. You also see a faint silhouette move behind the ice surface and out of visual sight range. It's long. It's a long silhouette that kind of moves through the ice.
Did I notice this as well?
Make a perception check.
Ooh. 17 plus 4. 21.
21. You do see this same shape move through the ice.
Would I know anything of it, or is it more elemental stuff?
It seems like it might be one of the elementals that seems to kind of stay around this area. These elemental forces tend to conjure up beings of a sort.
I stop and just kind of look over at Morris. You know I don't like magic.
Like this either. It's maybe getting too
For things I can handle with my hands. And I look over at the guy that we're with. What's his name again?
I don't think he told us.
He didn't tell you.
We didn't ask.
True. Okay, fair enough.
Tiny man. Remember, we're like dragonborns, and this is like a 16-year-old kid.
Yeah.
How big am I? Let me look at my description. I'm 7'6". I am massive.
How much further does it look? Does it still continue? Seem to continue?
Yes, for like another 150, 200 feet. The
we can see the end.
Yes, you can see where it kind of like starts to taper off a little bit.
Okay,
Have you seen any sign of like what we're looking for?
You have not at this point. Your guide seems to be leading you in a certain direction, though.
Well, at least we can see an end, so we won't be impaled.
Is there a way around it?
It seems to cover pretty much. Again, it started appearing on the walls, and then again on the floor. So like it seems like it's moving along the cavern with you almost.
Can we climb up onto the top of the cavern and walk across that?
Well, the tops of the cavern walls are about maybe like 60 feet up.
I can't imagine.
I can jump that. No, I'm joking.
No problem.
I cast jump.
What did you rolled over 20 though, didn't you, Morris?
I rolled a 20 on on the spikes. I rolled a 20 on what those spikes were.
Okay.
I didn't roll. I rolled a 21 on perception.
20. You said we rolled 21 on perception, right?
Yeah, it was a 21 plus 4.
Okay. You would have noticed that this entire area of magic has been following you and staying up with you the entire time.
Lovely. Ever since we've entered this cave.
Mm-hmm. This cavern. It's a long cavern, so like it's like a canyon of sorts that goes in a straight line. It's not completely covered necessarily. It's not like a hole. It's got an open area to the sky above.
I walk over to this little dude who's kind of showing us around. You know, before you said you'd take the wet and the cold. over losing your life, would you risk losing your life over this?
Well, I might have made certain economic placements on this sort of outcome, and as such, coming back without it would be a bit detrimental.
As detrimental as death.
Admittedly, probably not, but I would certainly wish to see this through.
I'm gonna like put my hand on his head, like rough up his hair a little bit. So you're a gambling man.
I may
How
have
good are
made.
your odds?
I may have made
I
a few.
like it, and I turn
I may
around.
have made a few less than wise monetary decisions, and may have got in a bit of trouble with the wrong people. However, I believe that once this has been procured, my debt should be satisfied.
I look over at Morse. Morse, you sure we didn't have a third brother?
Oh, that's very kind of you to say. Perhaps we could keep moving, though. I would like the look of all of these
Yes.
protrusions from the ground.
We'll see what is up ahead.
Excellent.
I'll start heading slightly faster than I was before, but still being really careful about kind of where these things are.
Okay.
Rooting in the ground.
You're continuing onward. At this point, the both of you are looking up in the area, and you begin to see that there are portions of the ice that are sticking outwards and sliding down the sides of the cavern. I need you guys to go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh.
Awesome.
That right there is not great.
I got a great roll.
10.
No. How do I turn the camera around?
Picks up his.
Yeah. I got a nat 20.
Hey!
I got a nat 20 again.
Is that the first? That's not the first one of the campaign.
No,
The
that was
first
my
of the
second one.
campaign was me
He's
nailing you
pelting me in the
face.
head.
Oh boy.
Oh, I got a 22 on initiative. Yes, the first net 20
All
was
right.
directed towards my face. Boop, boop, boop. Do we have any viewers yet?
We have one or two. Hello, people out there in the chat.
Yo.
Feel free to actually chat. This is not pre-recorded like all those professionals out there.
Mm-hmm.
We're not that good.
We're but mere plebs here, hence why my camera's only showing my dice because I have people.
Bunch of scrub
coming in and out
lords.
here.
Yes, that's us. All right.
And it's not like me watching it, so this might actually be a real person.
Oh boy.
Hey, how's it going? Two dragon people on an adventure. What can go wrong? Everything.
Oh my goodness.
So someone's talking. I don't have the Twitch stream open, so I don't know what the chat is saying.
All right,
Sure.
one second. I need to go ahead and open this.
Finger guns.
It doesn't help when you have minus to your intelligence, my dude.
That is true.
My
That is
decision
true.
making, my wisdom and intelligence are my dump stats. Don't expect my
Hey.
character to ever make a smart decision.
Ever.
All my stats are just mediocre. They're like
I am
just
Mr.
slightly
Mediocre.
above.
Look out for
Everything
me.
is slightly above average.
All right. Okay, Morris, you're up first, and you watch as these pieces of ice begin to slide down the side of the chasm and begin to form out into humanoid forms made entirely of ice.
I'm gonna take a
this
shot.
looks good.
I'm gonna take a shot at one and yell incoming.
There's two coming out down from each side, left and right.
I have my heavy crossbow and Do I have any bonus actions I can
Do
do?
we have a general layout of kind of like where we are position-wise?
Yeah, I'm
Wait,
gonna go ahead and
Hunter-
just
Hunter's Mark is a bonus action, so I'll go ahead and do that.
bonus action Hunter's Mark.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, he is considered Hunter's Marked, and you see this like greenish energy begin to surround him for a moment. Go ahead and what are you gonna do next? You said you're making an attack roll.
Does Hunter Mark give me just gives me extra damage?
Yes.
Okay.
Also lets you track them, I believe.
Hmm.
Lets you track them, I believe.
What's that?
Track them.
Yeah. What is that?
I think that's what Hunter's Mark lets you do. Within a certain distance.
And you have advantage on wisdom and survival.
They can't like hide from you except by magical means.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So it doesn't help with hit. I got a 14 to hit.
Do you have a favored foe?
I do. It's beasts.
That's okay.
No, he's talking about the Tasha's Cauldron rule.
Yeah.
Oh.
One where you add damage once you hit it with a weapon attack.
All right. So how much total damage was that?
14 to hit.
14 to hit. Yeah, that hits.
Yes. Okay. Let me get my D10. And then I get a plus D6, as I understand it. Correct from the Hunter's Mark?
Yes.
Oh, this nice violin in the middle of combat. I'm really trying to get my dice up. Okay. Okay. The Hunter's Mark. The Hunter's Mark gave me 1 more damage, 11 and 13. 13 piercing.
All right.
13 piercing with a crossbow. And I'll yell, take cover.
Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pull this up. All righty, here we are. Okay, you watch as a large bolt slams into the side of this creature and knocks off shards of ice as it continues moving towards you. All right, it comes now to Agalor.
Okay, which one did he shoot?
He shot this one.
That one. Okay, I'm gonna rage. I rage.
I rage.
I'd like to rage.
What? Sorry.
Surprise, surprise, I rage. I'm gonna rush this guy here and just mid-sprint, just full uppercut with the hammer.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll.
Here we go. Here we go. Oh, that's a natural 3.
Oof.
Plus 5, 8.
8 will miss, and as you go to make the strike, you watch as its entire head folds inwards into the shards of ice inside of its shoulders, and the axe just goes. The hammer goes straight by his head.
I look back at Morris. I hate magic.
My goodness, there's a lot of feedback there. No worries. Okay.
I'm really close to the mic. My bad.
All right, it's gonna come now to their turn. They each take a few steps forward.
How far do they look like they're moving? I don't see the turn.
10, 15, about 30 feet-ish. There we go. And let's see. Yeah, this one over here and this one over here are going to both make frost breath attacks. So that's a dexterity saving throw from both Morris and your companion here.
We're white
Dex
dragons,
save.
aren't we?
What?
We are white dragons.
I'm
Yes.
a white dragon, so we have resistance, right?
Do you have resistance to cold damage?
We should.
Check that on your character sheet.
We are white. That's like a thing for all dragons.
Under resistances, but
I don't think
Yeah,
it.
but
I don't. I think you're thinking of the climate thing that comes with it. You don't suffer from climate effects.
No, but when I was my red dragon, I was resistant to fire. But
Was that
when
because of your
cold
race, though?
it says draconic ancestry. You gain breath weapon and damage resistance with your chosen dragon type. Cold.
Right,
Okay.
with the dragon type. Yep. Okay.
So we do have resistance.
Okay, so you take half this then. Okay.
All right. I got a nat 14 plus 4 on dex save 18.
All right, so you succeed. So you take half again. So you take a fourth of the damage. All right. All right. So instead of taking 10 points of cold damage, you're gonna take 3. All right. It's gonna be against the other guy as well. He fails his save. He takes full damage, and you watch as he's like, there's an entire like burst of ice, and that's like shards that are like shrapneled out and put into his arm, and he like kind of like cries out that, ah! And like holds his arm and like tries to like scramble backwards. This one's gonna go over here.
Didn't he already move?
This guy moved 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's as far as he's gonna dash and try to get to you. That's gonna be his turn. This one in front of you here is going to go ahead and make his attack. He's going to make a... he's going to use his claws. You watch as the ends of the like arm appendages fire outwards with like these long finger like daggers made of ice. That'll be a 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right.
1 tabs. That's all you need to know.
All right, that'll be 4 slashing damage.
Reduce
Does that
to 2.
reduce? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm ready to.
And then 2 cold damage because you're resistant.
Okay. So that's after the.
Yep.
tab.
So it's a total of 4 damage total altogether.
Yes.
And that's going to be the end of his turn. We're going to come out to your companion. He's going to go ahead, turn around, and
And flip over.
flip over and do a somersault because that's what he does.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. You watch as he like throws his hand outwards in the direction of the small ice elemental right here, as he casts Shocking Grasp, which does hit and does some damage. Let's see. Yeah, for max damage, 8 lightning damage.
Ooh. Buzz.
He's like, get off! And lets out this shocking bolt of lightning from his fingertips. And that'll bring us to the top of the order, Morris.
I would like to reload my crossbow. How many? Does that take any kind of action to reload it, or a bonus action, or it just happens?
I believe that there's. We said I don't think it takes anything to reload.
Okay. All right. How big is each square? 5 or 10 feet?
For how much? Sorry, for what?
How big is each square?
5 feet. Standard.
5 feet. 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm gonna go to like about here.
Okay.
30 feet of movement. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna shoot at that guy again
Okay.
with the crossbow.
All right.
And 12 plus 6.
So 18. Yep.
18
even
to hit.
even
Same
with
guy.
even with half cover, you still managed to hit.
Okay.
So go ahead and do that. Go and roll damage.
with the hunter mark still on him.
Yep.
12. A 12.
12 points of damage. This one shatters and explodes. Agalor,
Great.
I need you to go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
Can I see it?
Yes. You do have advantage.
Save 19.
19. Okay, so you succeed. So you only take half of this.
And then half of that again.
Yes. Alright, so you would take 14 reduced to 7 reduced to 4. So you take 4 more points.
Gee. Did you say 17?
No, 4 points. It's 14 reduced to 7. 14 reduced to 7.
14. I thought you said
Yes.
17 initially. I was like, you the one tap me.
Now 14 reduced to 7, reduced to 4.
I still have a bonus action, don't I?
You do.
I'm gonna
So you-
use it to move the hunter's mark to that guy.
Alright, you move the hunter's mark over. This like small little bit of swirling energy. Alright. Agalor, you're up.
Getting like splattered with that like shatter of ice next to me, I
Mhm.
kind of like turn and try and cover my face, and I see the other one that's crept up behind me.
Yes.
And so I'm gonna do like hit it back a little bit with like the butt of the hammer, and then take a swing at it.
Okay.
Here we go. Natural 15 plus 5, 20 to hit.
That'll hit. Go and roll damage.
Ooh, almost max. 9 plus 3 plus 2 from a rage. 9 plus 5. 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
14 points of bludgeoning damage. And with that, it shatters as well.
Great. Dex save.
I didn't make a dex save.
Natural 19 on the first one.
Wow, nice.
I'm taking so much damage from killing them.
Yeah. Alright, so instead of taking 5, reduced to 3, reduced to 1.
Okay, that's much better than 14. Did you roll max damage?
Yes. Well, no, close to it. Close to max damage. Alrighty. And then he goes down. Agalor, do you want to move or do a bonus action or anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna use my 30 feet of movement to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay.
There we go. I'm just rushing, just bull rushing the next.
Alright.
Rawr.
The elementals are going to go ahead and see if their breath recharges. Neither of them do, so neither of them get to use it. This guy is going to go ahead and after seeing you destroy 2 of his buddies, is going to kind of come around the other side of this guy. He's going to go out and try to reach for you, Morris. That'll be a 16 to hit.
I have a 16 AC.
Okay, so it just hits. He reaches out and grabs the side of your face, and you need to make a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
I got a 90.
19. You actually, as this large hand just made entirely of icicles reaches out and jams into the side of your face, you take... You take 4 points of cold damage, reduced to 2,
Okay.
and 6 points of piercing damage, reduced to 3.
Ouch.
Actually, the cold damage is reduced by another half, so that's only... So subtract 1 off the damage that you just took.
I'll just heal by 1.
Yep.
Hey, that 1 can make all the difference, especially when you get
It
logs thrown at your face.
The other ice elemental is going to go ahead and move over here. 25, 30. And as he moves within range of his buddy here, You watch as the ice shards shift into the other one.
Were they buffing it? Or are they merging?
They seem to be merging together into a larger ice elemental.
So is the hunter's mark still in that one now?
It is.
Okay. Great! That was a bigger one.
There we go.
Awesome.
Everything is awesome.
Everything's on fire when you're part of this team. Different campaign.
Oh boy.
As the two of them like run toward each other and they turn into one, you just see my guy just like look at the ground now, magic, and then I turn toward Morris. Hey, bigger target.
Hey, you.
He didn't get attack of opportunity when you squeezed on by. It wasn't close enough.
He stayed within range of Agalor, so
Okay. All right.
yes.
All right. Get like knock on his knees. Say goodbye to your kneecaps. Chop up on nuts.
Your little buddy here is going to go ahead and try to use a spell on him. Let's see.
Do it, do not. There is no try.
He's going to go for his firebolt in close range, so disadvantage. And a natural 2 and a natural 4, so that will miss. He like yells and like goes, "Oh crap!" and lets loose a firebolt, and it goes firing past the large creature into the air. So that's unfortunate for him. Top of the order, Morris, you're up.
In Draconic, I look over to Morris and I say, "No wonder he hired help."
I'll respond in Draconic. Hired is a light term.
Oh boy.
I will throw my crossbow to the side and pull out 2 short swords, and then 2. Or is that a bonus action to pull out the 2?
No,
Because I'll do 2 weapons.
free item interaction, so it's fine.
Okay, cool.
You're
two
just
short
since you're
swords.
just throwing your crossbow away, you're not really putting it
Yeah.
away necessarily. Yeah.
And then the 2 pull out the 2 short swords, 2 weapon hand fighting.
Okay.
First one is in 8, 14 plus 4, 18. The other one is going to be a 7 to hit.
7 will miss.
7 will miss, 1 will hit.
What was the
So
first
I'll
one
have-
again?
It was 18.
18 will definitely hit. Yes.
All right, 2d6. 2d6 just got me 6 plus 2, 8 damage.
8 damage. All right. This is piercing, right?
Yes, piercing, stabby damage.
All right. You watch as the bolt sinks into its shoulder, and it seems to barely even register.
I was using 2-handed swords.
Oh, that's right. That's right. The slash goes straight across the middle of the midsection, seemingly to very little effect. It looks like the ice seems to almost regrow as the wound is made. All right. Would you like to move at all, or you want to stay where you are?
No, I don't want to get an opportunity attack on me.
All right. Agalor, you're up.
So seeing the bleeds hit this thing and it just kind of reform. Agalor's just gonna kind of laugh. Try on this one, and swings the hammer just flat across the center of his chest.
All right.
Bonk.
Go for it.
Natural 17 plus 5.
22, that'll definitely hit.
That is going to be 7 damage bludgeoning to the chest.
All right. You watch as Agalor kind of winds up and smashes along the right side of this creature's body, and you see a large chunk gets blown out into little bits off the side there. Yeah, looks like it was a pretty major hit there. All right, your little buddy's going to go next, and he's going to go ahead and do another suck and grasp since the firebolt didn't really work out very well for him.
He's learning.
That will, however, not hit. So he like reaches out, like as he goes, he's like very visibly like nervous, and he's like trying to do like the somatic components. And as he like tries to, he's like the spell fails. He's like, oh crap. And as this happens, the elemental turns around and just goes, and it's gonna go ahead and raise a large fist and smash it down on top of the small kid here. That's a natural 18. Oof. Yeah. Okay. The large fist comes smashing down, and just this guy just crumples underneath the weight and falls to the ground, prone.
Oh my god.
He's yeah.
He is now flat.
My guy just looks up, bruh, you have got to be kidding me.
You see that lying there in the ground is the bloody corpse of what once was some guy you will never know the name of.
wait, did he go over his max health?
His head kind of smashed open like a watermelon.
He went over his max health.
Yes. It's carnage. It's not good. Again,
Also,
crush watermelon.
His name is Wizard to us right now. So
Wizard. Oh no, not Wizard.
Level 1 wizards.
Oh man, who knows what mighty friendships and adventures we might have embarked upon together, NPC. Oh, what a loss.
I was totally thinking
As
of
the
killing this
DM
guy.
kills his own NPC on accident.
Oh, whoopsie. Well, I rolled max damage, so that's not my fault. It's the dice's fault. It's the dice's fault. All right. Top of the order, Boris, you're up.
Well, that was short-lived. I'm just gonna change his color to red.
Oof. Because there's just that's what's everywhere.
It's just you said watermelon.
This is true.
I'm gonna go 2-weapon hand fighting again. With the
Okay, go ahead.
15 plus 4, 19 to hit.
19
that
hits.
one's cocked. And then 15 to hit.
15 hits. 15 just barely hits, actually.
Alright. 5, 10, 12 damage.
12 damage.
Piercy. 12 piercy damage.
All right, altogether 12.
Yes.
Okay.
With
You go
3d6.
All right, you go
Plus
for
2.
two quick jabs into the center of the side of the creature. And you are making some manner of impact, but not as much as you would have hoped to. You're kind of just like stabbing upwards into this thing, kind of like, very fiercely making your attacks, and he's kind of just like taking it at this point.
It's like the scene from Drax, and he's just like, ah!
Yeah. Ah! All right. Would you like to do anything else with your turn?
No, that was my bonus in action, and I'm just gonna stay here.
Okay, Agalor, you're up.
I'm going for another hit with the hammer.
All right.
Ooh, natural 18 plus 5.
Sure. Sure.
Nice. Go ahead and make your damage roll.
Oh, I rolled a 1 for damage for 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right.
Tell me
It's
I
like-
killed it with a 1 for damage.
No, not really.
Well-
you do blow a chunk out of its right leg, and it's like falling onto its side a little bit, though. For the purposes of this, his movement is reduced by half. He's gonna go ahead and comes to his turn. He's gonna go ahead and make an attack against. No, he's gonna do this. He's gonna use his cold breath. So I need both of you to go ahead and make Constitution saving throws.
Come on. Natural 18 plus
Nice.
5.
Nice.
23.
What'd you get for your save there, Morris?
Oh wait. I didn't roll.
Con save.
19.
19. Okay, so you guys both
I'm not
succeed.
fudging these, I promise.
No, I know. No worries. No worries. All right, so you both would have taken 11 points of cold damage. reduced by half from the save, so that's 6. Reduced again by half from your resistance to 3.
Jeez.
Oh, 3 damage?
Yes, 3 damage to both of you.
Yay. Ouch.
All right. Morris, your turn.
It's not dead yet? Alright.
No, not yet.
Sorry, Frog was talking to me. Apparently he died in the nether.
Oof.
He wants to roll back to the server.
Cheetah.
Morris, what you doing, Morris?
Yes, sorry. 2-weapon hand fighting, 19 and 6, so 10 and 23 to hit.
10 will miss, 23 hits.
Alright. Hunter's Mark plus the other one, 11, 13 stabby damage.
All right. That'll do it. How do you want to finish this guy off?
Oh my god.
I got it.
Go ahead and take narrative control.
Oh no.
Alright, so having its leg just blown off, I guess I'll take the liberty of dismembering at this point, and then having its one arm went down to support itself after it went down, and like both hands down, strike, get the one arm off, and then swing towards the lower part of the neck, which does inevitably get stuck, and then I have to wiggle it out, and then pops it off, and the rest of it comes and goes.
Nice. And as you finish off the move, you watch as the shards of ice collapse downwards into a hail that eventually comes to a close.
As this is happening, I dive away from it in case it explodes.
So I've yes.
Which is good that you mention it, because since you did mention it before I said anything, go ahead and roll with advantage for dexterity to evade.
I get advantage anyways. It doesn't matter.
Yes.
I rolled a 7 and a natural 1.
I rolled a 3 and a 19.
Altogether?
10 total.
10 total?
Dex save, I got 23 total.
Alright, so Morris succeeds, Nagalor fails.
Great.
Alright, well I rolled I rolled 2d12 and I rolled a 2 and a 1. So that's 3 points of damage to you, Morris, reduced to 2. Sorry, reduced to 2. And then same thing for you, actually, Agalor, because you do have resistance to that damage, to piercing damage. So, yeah, you guys both take 2 damage.
Fancy. I just kind of like make my way over to the body that's on the ground. Just use my foot to roll him over.
Yeah, let's hold on, let's get rid
There's
of
not much
that.
to roll over at this point. He's kind of like a pile of ice and snow.
Oh, what, this guy?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going over to our victim, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Now.
As I'm rolling over the body.
Apparently, I am needed immediately, so I'll be right back.
Yep.
Okay.
While he's doing
Eh.
that, I walk over and I just roll over the body. Always missing out on all the fun. Well, and I just kind of like drag his body over, grab his foot, drag it on top of the ice thing that we just killed,
Okay.
and I just start like piling snow on top of it to bury him.
Ooh. Okay. It takes like a minute or two, but eventually you do cover the remains of this guy that you once found. However, you do notice that during the fray, one of the satchel that he wore over his shoulder came loose and was cut and flew off into the snow nearby.
I was gonna say, as I'm like burying him, I'm checking his pockets for stuff.
Make an investigation check.
7.
7. You do not find anything else of interest inside of his pockets beyond like about 20 copper coins. You imagine most of his life savings probably was gambled away. However, inside the satchel, after looking inside of it, you do find a small green orb, a little crystal orb, about like an inch in diameter, and it pulses with this small little bit of light, and it kind of vibrates with that pulse.
I kind of want to wait for Greg to get back.
Okay. We'll take a minute or two break, and we'll be right back. Okay. All right, and we're back. All right, so Aglor, you finished looking through the various effects that remained on your travel companion for the time being.
Yes. Greg, because you weren't here, I found a very small amount of money in his pocket, and some green
Pocket change.
And I guess we'll pick up from there. So as I grab this green orb out of the back, and I just throw it at Morris. I hate magic. Hate.
You have this thrown at you.
Little necklace, right?
No, it's a small little green crystal orb about like an inch in diameter. And it pulses with a soft green light, and it gives a small vibration when it does pulse.
I do have a... Is this like an item I also have? Where is it? It's like... It lets me summon the elemental. Is that... Oh,
it's not the same. It's not the same thing.
Elemental gem. It's not the same thing. Okay.
It's like a smooth emerald gem. I think it's more like a jade color.
Okay. It's glowing?
It gives a soft green pulse on the inside. It's not very bright, but it's like a small little pulse of energy every so often.
Can I figure out what it is? Know what it is? With the Arcana?
What exactly are you doing with it to try and figure out what it is?
Well, first, I was thinking if I'd known anything about this in my past was a hitchery. But maybe is this something similar? I'm really just inspecting it to figure out what it is. I'm not really doing anything to it.
Are you just kind of just standing there looking at it?
Oh, I'm holding it, aren't I?
Mm-hmm.
Because it was thrown at me, and I'm like...
Yep, you're holding it in your hand. Are you just like looking at it? Like standing there looking at it?
Yeah. Standing there looking at it, like, pushing it, looking all around, inspecting it. Like, how much is this thing worth?
Well, from the material, go ahead and make. Let's say Mitch, go ahead and make an intelligence check.
9.
9. You're not really sure. Looks like a precious stone of some kind, and if it is magical, might fetch a price.
I want to listen to it.
I look over in disgust, kind of like at Morris holding this thing. Just, I know they're worth money, but I just nothing ever feels right with magic, and I just kind of like huff off into the distance, just kind of like walk away.
I'm gonna tap it with a claw and listen.
No particular change in the sound that comes from it.
This is interesting. Was that the only thing that was left in this pulp?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, there's a few small little bits of, like, spell components, like a little component pouch, and his spell book.
We probably could sell the spell book, could we?
I'd say you probably found like 2 rations or so in there as well. This guy did not come very well prepared.
No. Do you think we could sell a spell book? I don't know. Is that a thing you can do?
Shrug.
About that. And I turn and I point at the pile of snow that he's now buried in. I buried him in the ice monster when you left.
Oh, okay.
Did you want that? And I turn around and I run over and just start digging up the body.
As he's digging out, eventually you just see like a foot with a booted foot sticking out of the pile.
I just grab the leg, the ankle, and I just yank the body out.
It's like flops around, and you can see this, like the head is like entirely just caved inwards.
It's kind of just like the base of a skull, really, on a spine.
I'm like holding it up with one arm and like spinning him around trying to find this book.
The book was inside the satchel. The satchel was not on his body.
I throw him back into the pile.
It's like a little bit of an arc to it. It's like
no, this amount of physical abuse to the dead, such disrespect, utmost disrespect.
I do love playing me a barbarian.
Oh boy. All right. Would you guys like to do anything else?
Well, since we made it this far, I guess we'll continue on to see if we can find whatever he was looking for.
Okay.
These are facts.
Make a perception check for me.
I'd like to stop for a moment and take
Okay.
a short rest.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good idea. Did we find a spell book?
Yes, it's a small little tattered leather-bound tome.
Oh, was his
very
name
small.
Written, was his name written anywhere on it?
Yes, it was.
Okay, we got his name.
On the front of the book, you see kind of scrawled on the inside of the cover, it says "Property of Toby Ronskin."
Toby Ronskin.
Toby, the skin, Roskin. Toby Roskin. Ha! What
Close
a name.
enough.
It sounds
Close
just about
enough.
the way he looks.
Toby, he's just a skin. Oh man. Okay, you guys are taking a short rest, right?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and do whatever you'd like to do with your short rest. Go ahead and roll your hit dice if you want.
Use that one hit dice.
Oh yeah, that whole entire one hit dice.
I think you have 2, don't you?
Yeah, we can do it. Reset maximum HP during this round. Oh, we got recovery? Huh. That's nifty.
Mm-hmm.
Let me... Oh, what's a D10? Oh, cool. Max.
Okay.
I'm getting really lucky.
Yeah, you are.
I know. Wait until I actually need it.
I used both of my hit dice.
One thing you would notice, just like moving around, Morris, based. Go ahead and make your perception check, please.
I did roll it from before. Do you want me to roll it again?
I just rolled now. Why not?
Okay. Great. It's worse.
What you? 1. All right, you would not notice this then. Got it. All right. As you
I thought the
guys begin
nines
to
was
take a
bad.
short rest, kind of just doing your best to weather the conditions, we'll go ahead and end there, and we'll continue next time with you continuing your path in search of whatever this strange object is that apparently your now deceased charge was apparently looking for. And who knows, maybe you'll find it yourself. Stay tuned.
Whee!
Laters.